Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the bold analysis. When Silvanus Osoro plowed through a rally in Kisii and the bodyguards fired bullets at a crowd in an event that was organized by Simbarati, we called out William Ruto and telling him that he needed to deal with the seeds of discord. And in this channel, I analyzed that incident. And just before a month, the ugly face of political intolerance wreaked havoc in William Ruto's event in Igembe. There was a rally in Igembe, and Igembe is the home to the current agriculture CS, Mithika Linturi. And during that rally, I can say without fear of contradiction, the incident there points out something very clear. While Ruto handlers would want to take some consolation and comfort that residents are showing political aggression against the governor, but when you keenly analyze that video and the incident in Igembe, you will understand and you can see the way the president struggled to control that crowd, and it paints a picture of the total crowd disobedience on the political leadership. Look at this video.
Kwa sababu ya kuungana pamoja na sisi, nataka tushirikiane. Wacha sasa nimpatie gavana wetu, gavana Kaera Mwangaza, awasalimie. Ngoja. Patia Kawira. Ebu, sikia. Endelea.
Kyote na habari zenu. Kaende. Kabati. Kaende. Kabati. Rais, nakushukuru sana. Ni asanti kwa sababu umeleta maendeleo. Na tunaomba kama viongozi, kwa sababu umeleta maendeleo, hawa vijana wapewe kazi, waache kutumiwa na viongozi wawili. Kuna kiongozi na viongozi pale ambao wanawatumia. Kwa hivyo naomba Dani Kere na Mheshimiwa Rentore, patia vijana kazi nzuri, waache kupiga makelele kwa uwanja. Tunaomba jambo lingine, Mheshimiwa Rais. Kuna police post.
Now here, the president gave the microphone to Kawira Mwangaza. And you can see the group of those young people there heckling uncontrollably. In fact, they were showing that bit of political aggression. Now, my point is not keen on heckling, but I want you to see how Ruto struggled. You know, yes, they were heckling the governor, but also can you see the way Ruto struggled to talk to those young people, and there was total disobedience.
Ebu tusikizane. Vijana, ngoja. Mimi nataka tuelewane hivi. Ngoja. Aya, tumesikia ile mmesema. Asante sana. Aya, hebu tuelewane. Mimi nataka tuelewane. Watu wa Kiutine, nyinyi mnanisikia? Siasa hii ya makelele mimi sitaki. Tunaelewana? Hii siasa makelele ni siasa mbaya. Nyinyi vijana nataka niwaambie, mimi nataka niwapangie kazi ya ajira. Mambo ya kuja kupiga makelele kwa mkutano mimi sitaki. Musikie vizuri. Sijui kama tunaelewana. Sisi tumekuja hapa kupanga mambo ya maendeleo ya Meru. Mambo ya barabara ni ya muhimu, ni kweli ama si kweli? Mambo ya kilimo ni ya muhimu, ni kweli ama si kweli? Mambo ya stima ni muhimu, ni kweli ama si kweli? Kusomesha watoto wetu ni muhimu, ni kweli ama si kweli? Tabia kama hii mimi sitaki tena. Kwa mkutano ya rais mimi sitaki watu wa kupiga makelele. Ninyi mnanisikia? Hii ni kukosa heshima. Mimi nataka kila kiongozi apatiwe heshima. Na mimi nataka niwaambie hivi. Sikizeni vizuri. Watu wa Meru tunaelewana? Kuna siku nyinyi wananchi mtakuja kuamua. Mtu akifanya kazi simtamuendelea aendelee na kazi. Mtu akikosa kufanya kazi simtamfukuza aende nyumbani. Iko nafasi ya uchaguzi saa hii. Vijana tafadhali, mimi nataka niwaeleze tabia hii ya makelele ni mambo ya Azimio na ni maneno ya ODM. Sisi hatutaki mambo ya ODM katika mkutano ya UDA na mkutano ya Kenya Kwanza. Ninyi mnanielewa? Kwa hivyo tabia kama hii ya kupigiana makelele iwe ya mwisho leo. Mimi nataka niwaulize nyinyi vijana, tunawaheshimu na tunawapangia kazi yenu. Tumepanga kazi ya housing, tumefanya kazi ile ingine, na tunataka vijana wetu watumike katika kazi ya kufanya maendeleo na kupeleka taifa letu la Kenya mbele. Tumekubaliana watu wa Kiutine? Mnasema tabia kama hii endelee ama tukomeshe? Mmesema hatutaki makelele kwa mkutano? Wale wanasema hatutaki makelele kwa mkutano, nione kwa mkono. Ndio. We do not want this kind of nonsense. Tunaelewana? We want a united country. Sisi ni watu wa mpango, sisi ni watu wa heshima, sisi ni watu wa kazi, sisi hapana watu wa maandamano na makelele na fujo. Mambo ya fujo, kuna wenye wanajulikana kwa mambo ya fujo. Ni kweli ama si kweli? Kwa hivyo mambo ya kupangiana kwa mkutano kama hii ikome. Kila kiongozi aheshimu mwenzake. Wananchi hawa ni waakili, watajua vile watatupanga. Watasahihisha kazi ya rais, watasahihisha kazi ya governor, watasahihisha kazi ya senator, ya women rep, ya mbunge, hata MCA. Si nyinyi mnajua kupanga hiyo kazi? So asanteni sana, sitaki kusema kuzidi hapo. Mimi nataka niwashukuru na tuko pamoja.
The rally ended there. The rally ended immediately during these heckling matches because Ruto realized that this could not, the whole other thing dropped, it was stopped, and I realized this is not the first time because even in Trans Nzoia, he ordered the microphone to, the microphones were, or the cameras went off. And even this one, if you check that 45-minute clip, this rally ended at that heckling because he realized the situation became so much unbearable. And then they could not, until Ruto resorted to two things. You realize he turned and started talking to the crowd the other side, and also resorted to talking about linking that to some Azimio leaders. And look at that. So that is my point. Heckling, it was there because I'll show you it was organized by leaders that wanted to show political aggression towards the governor. But you will also have to appreciate and look at how Ruto tried. Ruto standing there as the president. This is the man that was commanding that crowd. Left, right, during the campaign trail. And for that time, they didn't care. They didn't bother. Nothing. And what happened later, that you will realize that there was that specific part they were protesting. Yes, the heckle had been mobilized by the local leaders. Then you can hear my friend Kawira Mwangaza saying that and pointing a finger, and actually pointed a finger at Metheka, I think, if I'm not wrong. But yes, but why wouldn't the young people there listen to the president? That is the question. Yes, they were heckling Kawira, but why wouldn't they listen to the president? Because the president told Kawira to keep quiet, and then he took charge. Then tried now talking and even lost his temper, lost control of his temper, while trying to address, begging those young people to stop the heckling matches. So you'll see that kind of desperation. The organizers knew very well there was heckling, and when the senator, just to confirm that was organized, when the senator rose to speak, there were these fellows that were holding, that these senators that were holding these placards.
Kuna kijana ambaye alikuwa hapa anaitwa Sniper na bando hajazikwa. Kwa hivyo rais, tunaomba sababu wewe ni kiongozi wetu sote, tafadhali huyo kijana aweze kupata justice, ndio tujue yule kijana kwake ni kilomita kama 4 kutoka hapa rais. Kwa hivyo tunaomba ombe DCI ndio aweze kurekebisha hiyo maneno, huyo kijana aweze kupumzika. Asante sana rais.
I want to say this, that while political, some Ruto handlers would want to take consolation, the political aggression in Meru is very real. Because even yesterday there was a heckling. Yes. This video here was trending for a better part of the night. Yes, this one was about Kawira. How about yesterday? There was a heckling. So the political aggression is there. Now what happened later, after unsuccessfully, Ruto tried to call that crowd to order. He took back the microphone and then lectured the local leaders there, saying, I don't want to say this. Now, the person he was addressing directly was Mithika Lenturi, who was standing directly opposite. His car was directly opposite that of Kawira Mwangaza. And despite of the crowd calling for the president to give the senator or the CS microphone to address them, William Ruto literally declined. The microphone was not, he did not give Mithika Lenturi the microphone, and if you check the 45-minute clip, you will see Mithika Lenturi didn't talk. Despite the fact that he was on top of the car, he went back into the car, and in fact immediately after this heckling. So I want to say yes, that it is the politics, the backward politics of staging aggression towards the governor in Meru simply confirms the clips, the male chauvinism clips that we were seeing during the impeachment there. This is simply because you don't seem, even if you don't seem to agree with the governor. But what's so wrong with just allowing the event to continue? The political aggression in Meru is one that should shock the president. It should really shock the president, because there seems to be a message being sent. Imagine people starting protesting until now you have to end the rally. The rally ended there, and then nothing then continued. And in fact, after that, after he took the microphone, he lectured these leaders, and after making all that short speech, everything ended, and then they picked up. So that is the cost of protest. And I can tell you, if you are being heckled in these village rallies, then are you going to hold a rally in Nairobi? The heckling is a virus. The crowd aggression is a virus. It's a very dangerous virus that when it starts in those local areas, it will spread like bushfire. And before you know, Kenyans will pull Ruto out of that campaign trail. But I want to tell you why this is, and in fact, why Ruto cannot control the crowd. I want to tell you this. There is a clear point why Ruto has failed to control the crowd, even if the local politics is at play. Kindly subscribe to our channel, click the notification bell, and like our videos. If you are going to Nyanza using the Luanda route, then I know you must have heard, you're using the Kisumu Busia route, then you must have heard of Luanda. Now I want to introduce to you the best hotel restaurant in Luanda. It's called Fat Baby. Fat Baby Hotel is located right along in Luanda town, that Luanda center, across the road. Hata utaingia ndani, ukiwa hapo kwa barabara, it's just by the roadside. It's called Fat Baby, and you can drop there and sample the amazing food. They have beautiful ambience, and they have a very spacious place. You can just go, you know, take your drink, take your soda, take your chipo, and relax, you know, as you want to, before you continue the rest of the journey. Drop in Rwanda, guys, and visit Fat Baby Hotel and Restaurant. There is a question I want us to answer. Ruto is a president. There is a crowd trouble in an event he is. That place is surrounded by police all over. Even if that is going on, the police cannot shoot the crowd. Yes, he has record squad and every security details, heavy security details there, but they cannot shoot the crowd. You can also not arrest them. So the only thing remaining is the person holding the microphone to control. Why is it that the public is not listening to the president? Leave alone the heckling. The heckling was an organized thing. But why is it that when the president tried to talk to those young people, the president lacks the convincing power? Why his convincing power is going down? It's because of these 4 reasons. Number 1, the fear of the presidency is gone. Some people normally say in these social corridors, the fear is gone. The fear is gone. I am not old enough, but I've had the privilege of talking, and there are quite members of this channel who are old enough, who understand that when you talk to them, the days of Moi, when Moi would come, will visit a place, you know, I'm telling you, yani, it was something special, you know, it was something special. You will not dare heckle. I'm told the schools used to close temporarily. Moi akipita. Now here, when Ruto is talking there, Ruto is the president. The fellows do not fear the presidency. You know why? You become too available that you become monotonous. Too available, very predictable, and is monotonous. There is nothing special. There is no change that they can attach to the president. Remember, there's some people that still see William Ruto as the chief hustler. And that brings me to point number 2. Kenyans are seeing Ruto in the campaign mode. And this is simply attached to the messaging. When you see Ruto, the locals there, those young people there in Igembe, walipoona Ruto, the only difference is Ruto amerudi na jina ya Rais President Ruto. But look at how he's talking, and the messaging is still a man in the campaign trail. You will still hear of a talk of wale wa Azimio. Wale wa Azimio. We are still planning. The locals there are not seeing the president. The locals there, in their judgment of the messaging and all those speeches, they are seeing a campaign. Yes. So if they're not seeing the president, they're seeing a man in a campaign mode. And this is what we normally say. The messaging needs to change. I've been saying here, the messaging needs to change. The more of this antagonism politics of we are doing, Uhuru used to do, I don't know about debt and Bezimio, Mandaman and all that. When they're talking about that messaging, that hybrid messaging that is coming with a lot of antagonism is not presidential. The president is a unifying factor. Instead of going to Meru and telling them the way, I don't know, Mandamano, nimeuliza wale wengine watupatie mpango yao katuambia Mandamano, is that necessary? Tell these people what you brought for them. And that is why you're losing persuasion. Ruto is losing his persuasion power. Then the third reason is the public is reading lies in Ruto's lips. The public is reading lies. In fact, you know, there's some things I want to say this. I've listened to William Ruto talking about digital jobs, For heaven's sake. How many people in that crowd are even having smartphones? No pun intended. How many people in that crowd are computer literate? Do you want to tell me, surely, tuambieni tu ukweli, do you want to tell me that you can go to a village, put up a computer lab, and everyone takes up and people start working? That thing is not in their job. That thing is not in their mind. That thing is not in their mind. I'm even wondering. The public is reading lies in people's lips. They're reading those lies. And then mtashinda kufinya computer. Look at that. Now how about the women? Those are old, the young people there, the young people you're seeing there, some of them, yes, see water wamesoma. That's the truth. See water wamesoma. Some are just doing border. Some are semi-literate. Some are totally literate. Then I'm telling them you're doing computers, they're doing wrong. They don't even know. You know, you're telling them about the jobs. They don't even know the income ni ngapi. You can't compare that na ile kazi anajua atafanya atapata milioni 100. They can't compare. These people know the fellows that are going to say, so the public is reading those lies. And that is why Ruto is losing his convincing power. The other third reason, the other fourth aspect is, and this is something that comes out loudly in that incident. The seeds of discord planted by William Ruto will cut him deepest. We complained and we were saying we are leading the wrong way. We need to call out and end political intolerance. It will not be sustainable and it will not be politically right that instead of, when you face with such a hostility, then you resort to saying his own is a Azimio. It's comfortable, it's politically convenient to tell the crowd. But if you know very well, the governor is there saying some people have organized these boys. And this is why these people are heckling. You know very well, even you as a president, you have the intelligence with you throughout. Before you went there, you knew very well that those boys have been organized. Ruto has intelligence and works with intelligence throughout. So his intelligence knows very well that we are going there, there are some young people there that have been organized and they can cause hostility. So what you need to do before you go to that meeting, you need to call Mithika Linturi and your team there and tell them, I don't want to see this. You don't play as if you're also shocked at that place. And that is why political intolerance is something that has to be looked into. When it was in Kisii, we cried and we said, no, we are getting it wrong. Now this is in Meru, an event that President himself is attending, and things are just going south. Something is wrong with us as a country. And that is why I think Ruto should not allow himself to get into such situations, because look at it. I know that it was organized to heckle Kawira Mwangaza, but tell me, even after getting wind of that, do you think Ruto didn't know that if in any case heckling happens in an event that is attending, the media will carry that story that Ruto has been heckled? He knows it. He knows very well that if you allow shenanigans, heckling shenanigans to be organized against a leader in an event you're attending, the country will not see Kawira Mwangaza. The country will see you being heckled in an event. And this is something that you ought to have known. Clearly, something is right. But I also want you to get to my, contact us, get your comment section. Why do you think Ruto has lost his persuasion power? Because a Ruto that was back then in the campaign trail was supposed to have persuaded, and look at it, all the leaders were there. He would even have called Mithika Linturi to cool down the young men. He didn't. He would have addressed the local leaders there to cool down the young men. Even the senator was there. He would have told the senator to cool down the young men. He didn't. Unless he is also playing into the trap of getting himself involved in the local politics. Thank you guys. Let's meet.